Hey guys, Freddy here, owner of Lawn Thumbs, where I grew this business from 0 to over 2 million in revenue, and I'm here to help you succeed. So what I want to talk about today are some of the different trucks that I have. So for every service that I do, I have a custom truck just for that service. And as you start specializing in services or making more money, you want to start customizing your trucks too. And here I want to compare my sprinkler truck and my mow truck. Let's go. Now, as you can imagine, these started off as regular pickup trucks, right? With a bed and everything. But as we start specializing and trying to work on efficiency, make sure the guys have what they need so they get the jobs done faster, better, they like their trucks, we kind of customize it. So we've got this set up for the mow truck. And one thing I want to point out too is this setup with the cage, fabricating it, all the metal, basically just the setup without the equipment, you're looking at about $5,000, okay? So when I am customizing trucks, as in like say the sprinkler truck that we'll talk about in a second, when I look and I start imagining how am I gonna set this up, I'm trying to keep that price the same as this perfect setup that we have for the mowing. And I figure, well, if it costs $5,000 to get this truck set up perfectly, well, I'm willing to spend $5,000 on the sprinkler truck because I know that that's a price that I pay already, and I'm willing to do that. But we'll talk about price comparison as well. So with the mow truck set up, you know, all this costs a little bit extra. The mower is way expensive, right? I mean, you're looking at $11,000, $12,000, $13,000 for just the big grandstand mower. But we're not going to talk about equipment right now, just the setups. So we want to eliminate the use of trailers. It's just a crazy, imaginative, like crazy thing to drive to a gas station and park right at the front door when you got a mow set up behind you. It's something that, you know, it's like really crazy to think about until you experience doing it. And then you're like, holy crap, I just parked in front of the door. I didn't have to park all the way, you know, far away and then walk to get a drink inside the gas station or wherever you're gonna get your drinks. So this setup is really compact, it's tight, but it has everything they need. So we've got the ramp, rack, the trimmer racks on there. I've got those on the outside. We do have a truck, well, we actually started putting them on the inside when we first started building these. But as, again, working on efficiency, speed, I decided to move them on the outside so they didn't have to go up every single time they had to put one away and get a new one. So we kept them on the outside. Same thing with the gas tanks. The gas tanks used to be on the top, and we actually cut the gas tanks and started customizing those as well. So they don't have to carry as much gas with them because just the way our setup works inside the shop is that we fill up the grandstands twice a week. And so really they just need gas for these little mix equipment and the little mower. So I just wanted to eliminate all that gas that they're carrying around. Got the ramp on there. We also put these springs to help lift the ramp. So it makes it really easy to lift. One of the things that we kind of decided to just kind of start doing because we couldn't find a really good place for the blowers is because the bed is so big, we could actually just leave them like that and put another one in front of it. But we started noticing that if we just utilize this space that we never use here, that would free up more space on the top. And this actually works pretty good. So you can actually have two of them, one like this and one here. So that's kind of what we do with this setup. And then here, like right now, we've got some stuff in there. Pardon my mess. Okay, but when this is full of grass, even when it's completely full, because of the design of this little kind of, I don't know, trap door thing, it's really light. Because we've got the hinges not quite in the middle there, but they're not all the way at the end. So when this is full, it's still easy to lift up. And then we've got these pegs that don't always hold. They should though. We've got these pegs that hold what I'm calling the trap door. I don't know. And that's pretty much the setup. Single cab, one-man band in these. We only have 2 people when we know there's going to be a project with big, tall grass and we need 2 people to do it. Or just if we decide to have a crew going on one day together because maybe we've got 10 first-time mows. Other than that, they just do their routes by themselves. So that's the mow truck. Let's go to the sprinkler truck. So now, the sprinkler trucks, I get 4-door by design because we wanted to utilize the back as well for storage. So we've got sprinklers back here, toolboxes, tools. Now the problem is the newer Chevys don't really have an extended cab anymore. They just have like the little, this is a crew cab. The newer Chevys don't do crew cabs anymore. They're doing like the extended cabs with the small door once you open the front door, you know what I mean? But it's still the same idea and there's still plenty of room. It's just a little bit smaller, even though it has a back seat. So the fact that I get the 4 doors or, you know, the extended cab doors is by design because I want that for my sprinkler crews to have more space. On the top, we've got a tube that fits our pipe, PVC pipe. So we've got like one side is like 1/2 inch, the other side is 3/4 or 1 inch, and we put them in there. One of the other things, while we're talking about the top here, I've got this pipe rack that I got from Harbor Freight, and so we bolt that on, and we bolt this little metal piece here so that these toolboxes are really sturdy. I've had people on the comments say that they've put these boxes on the side and they're really wobbly, but we've been doing that since the first one and it's super sturdy. So one of the things you'll notice too on the top pipe rack is that we've got these plastic pallets that we use. First of all, they look better than the wooden pallets. They don't have nails on them, and we use those when we have to leave a job covered for the night to leave and come back the next day. They look good. You can still see through them, and they're really safe. So those are what I recommend if you're going to carry around something to cover big holes in case you've got to go leave that job. One other thing, so what I mentioned earlier with the price, the way I price things out is I compare it to the mow setup because that one takes a lot of money to put together, but once it's set up, it's freaking amazing, right? So what I wanted to do was I wanted to make something amazing for the sprinklers. So I scoured the internet, just looking on Facebook, what are people doing? Couldn't really come up with something. I didn't see anything that I thought, other than like those vans, those utility vans that they put shelves on inside and everything. So I looked at one of those. In fact, I did buy one, and I have one back there, one of those big, like, no window vans. It's a Chevy Express, but it was still not functional for us. It was dirty inside all the time. So when you went in, just the mud, you're tracking it in there. It was really hard to organize because of the shelves. They were wobbly, and I didn't want to pay like who knows how much. I actually looked into it. I mean, starting off, we're looking at $15,000 for shelves. It wasn't going to happen, you know, for those like metal shelves that are in those trucks. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stick with the $5,000 price tag. So I found this company called Decked. Amazing. These, I don't have the price off the top of my head, but you're looking at $1,500 to $1,800 for this, the Decked system right here with the shelves. These right here, you're looking at about $600 at Home Depot or Lowe's, 2 of each. And then once I put that together with the top pipe rack, this pipe rack was about, if I remember right, $500 or I don't know, I can't remember. But all together, we're looking at about $3,500, $3,800. And I thought, you know what, that's within the wheelhouse that I was thinking about when I was comparing it to the mow truck setup. So this has worked out amazing, like better than I imagined. We did also, part of the cost that I was telling you about, the $3,800, you're looking at these toolboxes as well. This is where we put our 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch pipe pieces, the most common ones, the drip system stuff. Again, we also have toolboxes in the back of the truck that carries nozzles and all those things. There are other trucks that have different toolboxes because, you know, we still try to improve every time. Every truck we make, or every employee, they come up with some good ideas and we kind of implement it if it works. Here I've got some more parts, and they all fit pretty good in here. Easy to take out. You know, we go a little overboard in OCD with parts. We have a warehouse manager that stocks these up every morning, so our guys are a little spoiled, but at least we have the nice setup for them. I like to keep the action pieces all here. That's one of the pieces that we use the most, and here are the more like common parts that the specific tech will use, right? So this tech, he probably does more filter jobs than any other tech, so we'll put some filter parts in there and that kind of stuff. So we do kind of customize each truck, tailor to the jobs that the techs are skilled at. So this is my sprinkler truck setup. That was my mow truck setup. Again, guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'd love to make a video on that. Like, subscribe, and if you want exclusive access to me, click the join button and we'll get that set up for you. Otherwise, hope this helped, and I'll catch you on the next one.